Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new FIFA 21 Ultimate Team video. Today we are going to be looking at some of your starter squads that you have built hoping to get in FIFA 21 Ultimate Team when it comes out in the next few days. I want to see if we can maybe pick out some of the best ones and see what could potentially be the best starter squad on FUT 21. At least we'll get a great idea from looking at a bunch of squads today as to who the major players are that people are hyped to get using. So, if you do enjoy, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. And of course, most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell. The road to glory starts real soon. By the time you're watching this, it may even be out if you're watching this early October. But for those of you that are watching on the day that it's uploaded, it's coming soon. I'll tell you that. And I'm super excited. Yes, I haven't uploaded for a little while, actually. It's been a couple of weeks. Maybe nearly even, it might have been 3 weeks. I do apologise for that. I've just been chilling out, relaxing, taking a little bit of time to recharge the batteries before the onslaught of what is going to be FIFA 21 Ultimate Team. Cannot wait to get the RTG started for you guys. Daily uploads, they will ensue. Promise you that. So, yeah, hit a thumbs up on the video if you do enjoy it as well, by the way. That's very important. So, I put this tweet out, and I essentially asked you guys to send me some of your FUT 21 starter squads. I left it like that. I didn't say, hey, I want you to send me the super cheap ones, or maybe the squad that you're aiming for the first weekend league. I just said starter squads, and we'll see what people have got going, because I want to take a little look at a mix of teams, because some people will put FIFA points in. A lot of others will be a little bit like me. We're going to grind the game without spending money. And then there'll be some people that do a little bit of both, or maybe don't spend money but are really good at like slamming out draft and can get loads of money quick and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see. So going on into my first squad then. I mean, right off the bat, that looks like a crazy starter team. I would assume players like Lima and Iñaki Williams and maybe even Rashika might be fairly expensive to begin with, just because, I mean, looking at them, 94 pace, Rashika looks great. There's lots of good Bundesliga players. I just feel like maybe, just maybe, these are going to be some of the more expensive players. And of course, there is an 85 Galaxy in there. May not be too expensive, but later down the line, when SBCs come out that require certain ratings, players like 85s do go up, don't they? So we'll see. But that's a really good starter squad. This Rashika, 88 pace, 83 dribbling, nearly 80 shooting, 4-star. I think that's a fantastic player. Difficult nation to link, but of course it's the Bundesliga. Super easy to link. And this guy's even playing him just on 6 or what would be 7 or probably even 8 chem. I would imagine this squad maybe goes to 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. And then put Nkunku as a CM, Coquelin and Lema as a CM, maybe Coquelin as a DM, and then have Llorente. I mean, he's very well-rounded as well. I don't know what this could possibly be. It might even play in the 4-2-2-2. But a good start there, I would say. Moving on to the next squad. Oh, we've got, is that full prem? Looking at every single player? Yes, that looks like full prem to me. So not a crazy hybrid or anything. And actually, not some of the, like, what you would consider the most hype prem players. So this is more of a starter one. What I would say is that Yedlin's going to cost a bomb. Ake is going to cost a lot of money to begin with. Who else is going to be fairly expensive? Probably Ferran Torres. Mason Greenwood will have a price to him, but he, I mean, 4-star, maybe all of the players. Is he actually 4-star? If so, that's actually really good. But I'm not 100% sure on that, so apologies if any of these skill moves and weak foots aren't actually set to what they would be properly in game. We won't know until the full game is actually out, of course. Jack Grealish, fairly slow, but maybe if you switch that to a 4-2-3-1, you had him as one of the cams, that could kind of work. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a Prem team. It's not the most creative, but actually, there's going to be some players here, like Doucouré with 76 defending, 82 physical. McTominay, 76 defending, 84 physical. Going to be some half-decent, like, stocky players. Like Maguire's 50 pace, that could be an issue. But do we know yet if pace is going to be a huge factor? I guess it will be, as it kind of always is. But an interesting squad nonetheless. So now we move to, what is this? Full League? Oh, not full Liga. This is Liga and the Belgian Pro League. So I like how this guy's doing this. And actually, when you take a look at it, these are some rapid players. 82 pace centre-back to begin with. Getting a strong link to Mignolet. See, that I reckon that link will get used a fair bit. Obviously, it's difficult to get this guy on full chemistry. If you could then somehow link him straight off to Diatta, I don't know, but you can see there's a lot of pace there in some of these low-rated golds in the Belgian Pro League. And that right there, I'm fairly excited, actually, to go down that route, because these cards won't be that expensive. You'll be able to snap them up really quick. Even if there's, let's say, a little bit of hype about Clinton Mata, like if that happens, I'm sure you'll be able to pick him up like at a popular time on a weekend or something when lots of people are opening packs and stuff for pretty cheap. And what happens normally is that, let's say, someone like Aouar might be 4 or 5k because he's an 81 rated, pretty decent French card. What happens with a player like that is that he has this price for the first few days, especially during EA Play or EA Access, whatever it's called. And then as the masses get onto the game and spend their FIFA points, a player like that drops like a rock quite quickly, and especially with players that look half decent to begin with. Like even Diallo might be a centre-back that costs a couple thousand to begin with, but soon enough he'd be 800 coins, and if you're careful and stuff and you're lucky, you'll be able to get players for good prices like that. So an interesting squad, I would assume. Again, this changes to like a 4-2-3-1, with either Aouar or Golovin as the CDM alongside Idrissa Gueye. Maybe it goes to 4-1-2-1-2 with Bamba, Diatta, and Delort up front. An interesting squad. Maybe not the most meta, but certainly a few gems in there that really won't break the bank. We've gone full Bundesliga in this next squad. And this is what I expect a lot of people to try and run. And I think the fact that there are so many good defensive players in the Bundesliga, like defensive and midfield. Look at this right here. Klosterman, 84 pace. He's going to cost a bit, right? So you might think, oh, this isn't a card that will cost too much. But when he gets German strong links everywhere, you've got a card like Emre Can, who's got ridiculous stats. Easy strong links to Schultz, to Baumann, strong links to the other Leipzig players. Like, they're not going to be super cheap. They're going to be what a lot of people use to get chem for their squads and to get these lower rated sort of starter players in there. And Babu looks absolutely insane with his 89 pace and 81 physical. He'll be a good right back. You know he will, because he's tall and very fast. I mean, the Dortmund players this year, and of course Zakaria as well. He is always a great starter player. I seem to remember, did I pay like 7 or 8k for him last year? And I think he looks better this year. I think he's got more pace, maybe. And if that's the case, then, you know, this is someone that is 6 foot or 6'2", has 83 pace, loads of defensive stats, physical stats for days. That's a tough one. Yeah, you want that in your squad, that is for sure. So a solid Bundesliga's looking solid, but I would say that this is maybe the sort of squad you're looking towards for the first weekend league, as opposed to off the first couple of days, unless you're putting FIFA points in. We now move to what looks to be a cross between Prem and La Liga. Morales was great last year, has good pace and dribbling again this year, and apparently 4-star. Again, I don't know if that's true. Rodrigo leads her in the Prem, so we've got a very quick Spaniard in the Prem now, 91 pace, 81 dribbling. I can see that, yeah, it's nice and easy to link the Spaniards to La Liga with Dani Ceballos, and then you've got the Arsenal players. You know, Arsenal have got this little trio of Spaniards here. Getting David Luiz in there. Only 80 rated this year, only 60 pace, but it's David Luiz on FIFA, so maybe, just maybe, he'll still be quite good. Neto's had what looks to be a downgrade as well. Diego Carlos, this card looks insane. I think he's going to be a lot of money as well. Yeah, I don't see him not costing a lot, so be prepared for the cost of Diego Carlos in that squad. Now we move on to the next team, and this is a mix between the Premier League and Bundesliga. Now this one looks really strong. Klosterman and Konate at the back. Emre Can in the middle with Moussa Sissoko. That's going to be solid. Reguilon at the back, getting that Tottenham link there, and then out to St. Maximin. 93 pace, 87 dribbling. You know he's going to be 5-star skills. Obviously, he's going to cost a bit at the start of the game. I don't know how much. I can't judge how much a player like that is actually going to cost. Because if you're 80 rated, you're probably getting packed quite a lot as well. But you're super in demand. So we'll literally see how the supply and demand works there. Bellarabi's always like a fast, decent winger with good dribbling. So I could see a lot of people overlooking someone like that and trying to go for like the Jadon Sanchos or something instead. I've just clicked on a draft simulator. Anyway, we'll move on from this squad. It's a nice looking cross in the Bundesliga, and I think it was, what was it, Prem as well? I can't remember. Anyway, wow. All right, you're going to have some coins for this one. King Kai, going to be super, super wanted by everyone. Desirable card. Martial this year being central. 84 rated with those stats. You're going to pay big bucks for someone like that. That is for sure. Maybe this is someone who put some... it says, I can see in the title, it says something like hopefully. Yeah, so maybe this is someone that either puts FIFA points in or really wants to grind early game to try and get something good for the first weekend league. You're going to pay a lot for Reguilon, for Ake, but utilising the link there between Mbabu and Zakaria, getting the German link up to Bellarabi and then back into the Prem, I can see it being really good. Genie looks great. Diego Jota, I think this is one of those starter players which lots of people are going to want. He's got a Liverpool badge this year. 4-star skill, 5-star weak foot. Yes, I really like him. He's one of the sort of players that I think I'll be going for on my RTG. We've got Brazil and Spain and Argentina apparently in this one. I like how this is looking because this won't cost much. You'll be able to get these players for a good price. Like Nacho Fernandez has good pace this year, and of course the Real Madrid badge as always. So yeah, he's going to be a little bit more expensive at the start than you would maybe want to pay, but you'll have a solid defender there, that's for sure. Good link to Hermoso. You can put any Spanish goalie there and get the good trio there. Mateus Cunha and up to Alex Teixeira. He's always a great starter player. 4-star, 4-star. Linking out to Tyson. I think there's quite a lot of Brazilians this year, especially like Chinese Super League Brazilians as well, which are going to be nice and usable. And I don't know if these cards will come out straight away, but they'll have gold versions if not. And that's a good link, actually. In a 4-5-1, you can just get that one strong link. Doesn't even have to be perfect. Salvio would actually be a pretty good technical dribbler, actually, with 86 pace, 84 dribbling. I like it. So moving swiftly on, and this is what I'm on about. We're moving into some of the Chinese Super League teams. We've got Jonathan Vieira, Fernando, and Bakambu as a triangle up top. And then we move off to what is La Liga and Titi. Big downgrade to 83 this year. Out to, what is that, Liga? Oh, I like this squad. This is actually quite nicely thought out. It's got different players from lots of different places and stuff. So another great French centre-back. There's always a lot of them with good pace. So you're never gonna struggle too hard. And this guy actually has a strong link to Diego Carlos because he plays for the same club, Sevilla. So that's something to think about as well, perhaps. I'm just going to shut that that right there. If I close Google Chrome, then I don't think the comments will pop up anymore. Apologies. So next squad then is, again, we've got Chinese Super League. Visca, I think, is he easy to link? Who's he get the strong link to? 80 pace, 72 defending. It's a bit of a stretch, but if you can handle a terrible right back like that, or not such a great one, should I say, you get a good winger that is probably, 83 rated, 4-star, 4-star, good price for him, I would imagine. Robbo is going to cost you a fortune. I think Liverpool will have another possibly gold left back. Hope so anyway. Is it a Greek guy that they signed maybe? If so, you could get a 4-5-1 link to Jota like that. But otherwise, similar things to what we've seen before. Some of the Chinese Super League Brazilians, and then some of the Bundesliga French players and other French players as well. I like it. And again, they're all starting to look similar. This is what we're deducing from this video, is that a lot of people want to use players like Alex Teixeira. A lot of people want to use Diego Jota, Tyson, other players that we've seen like Hermoso quite a lot. This is the thing to be a little bit cautious of. If you can deviate from what the rest of the people are doing, then you will find yourself getting cheaper players that won't be like, if Alex Teixeira has a 5k cost at the beginning of the game, I wouldn't necessarily recommend buying him. I'd maybe move my entire team choice to something different, because you know that as soon as people are stuffing FIFA points on, someone like this comes down to like 1,000 coins pretty quick. And if that happens, you've just lost quite a lot of your early money. And it's so important to not lose so much at the start. So, yeah, that's just kind of like what we're trying to figure out by doing this video. This is interesting. This is Colombia Serie A. Ooh, I like it. There's actually a fair few Colombians that you can link together here. This is a nice Fabra. He was quite good last year, I'm pretty sure. Murillo, like, still looks fairly solid for a starter centre back. Good, strong link to our spinner. Davinson Sanchez will be expensive, especially because there are some good Tottenham players as well. Obviously, Reguilon at the back, he's going to get a strong link to him. And he's still got good pace and defensive stats. A little bit lower rated than previous years, but obviously, yeah, still going to get used an awful lot. People are going to want Rabiot. He looks like a nicely well-rounded player. Hakimi, very well-rounded. I can see people using him out wide, but then playing him as like a defensive midfielder with that pace and stuff. He'll be in the midfield for a lot of people. There's no doubt about it. And then Muriel, Diaz. This looks like a real... See, this is the sort of player, this Diaz, I don't expect to cost much. You can get a perfect link there to someone with all 74 plus. Like, that's a good link. That's a good couple of players. And if he is 4-star, then you've got quite a nice little starter player there that really won't break the bank. We're going to scoot through a couple more of these now. I mean, if you can afford a Prem team like this and get a one-to-watch Ziyech, you're laughing. Joe Gomez has great pace this year. He's going to cost a lot. Gabriel Jesus with the 82 shooting as well as those stats. People are going to want him as well. Lo Celso, nice and well-rounded. I like the Prem team, but... I think myself, maybe I'll try to go off-piste a little bit to maybe get a couple of leagues in there, but we'll just literally see what prices are like. This is one for those, for someone that has probably put FIFA points in at the start, I would say, because if you look at Militao, Mendy, Diego Carlos, that right there is expensive. Acuna as a left back now for Sevilla. That's interesting. People will want to play him in midfield as well. So maybe people would even get Hakimi and then play him right back and then move Acuna up to a DM with Nainggolan, with Allen in a 4-1-2-1-2 maybe. Have St. Maximin, Richarlison, Mertens as that front three in a 4-1-2-1-2. This squad would work really, really well. It's just going to cost a fortune, there's no doubt. Is he still 4-star, 5-star? Richarlison is. People are going to want him, that is for sure. Especially with the amount of good Brazilians on this game. So now we move into, I was expecting to see some Eredivisie at some point. We're nearly through the video, guys. There's only just a couple squads left to look at. But once again, Rashica, you're going to see him a lot. These RB Leipzig players, there are lots of good usable starter players. They are at that rating that they're going to be good. Sabitzer looks really quite solid, but he is an 83, so he's going to hold a price tag at the beginning. Roussillon looks similar to last year as well. Dumfries, though, they've killed the pace, I think. But Promes looks great, as always. And if he is 5-star, which he is, you're going to get a solid player there. I used Marlon last year. He got an inform. That's the sort of thing that I can't wait to see Team of the Week 1. Because if there's a couple of players like that in there that maybe get that 15 to 20k inform, that's what I'll be looking for my first major squad. Zahavi, not sure, but 82 dribbling, 83 shooting. It could work. It could work. So moving on to one of the final ones. What is this? Just French Ligue 1 again? We've seen stuff like this. It's going to be... A lot of people are going to want Renato Sanchez. Looks like a great, great player. Atal again this year. Again, really solid. Give me some special Atals because he is a fan favourite from the Road to Glory. That's for sure. Prem Bundesliga... Prem Eredivisie mix. That's a solid team. Fred looks good. Donny van der Beek's going to be good. Nice and well-rounded. And then Anthony, David Neres, and Promes, like all playing for Ajax. That's nice and easy for you to, even in different formations, you can get them in somehow. So I could see a lot of people paying quite a lot of coins for Anthony, Promes, and Neres. Especially, are they all 5-star? No, Anthony's 4-star, but still looks pretty good. Right, 3 more to go. This one's just Prem. We've seen a lot of this again. Does show you, though, that there are plenty of different usable centre-backs. Even Rudiger coming into the fold now, 70 pace. Think he'll be all right. Minamino looks like a good starter player. Not so much on the passing, but the pace and dribbling is actually quite good. And if he's 4-4, that is good. Van Aanholt, good starter. Again, seeing Jota, everyone's going to want him. I reckon he's going to take... he's going to cost a fair old bit. So, this is all French Ligue 1. It looks a little bit weak compared to what, like, if you're using these two as a strike force, I think you're probably going to struggle. You need to work past that quickly. But hey, this might be someone's squad that they're aiming for on day 1 or something. And if so, I would take that from like episode 1 or 2 of the Road to Glory. I'd take a squad like that for sure. And then the final squad that I've got here is a mix again between like the Brazilians from different leagues into the French league again. Danea looks like he could be a solid starter for a lot of people. And again, if you can get this linked to a fairly solid Brazilian, That's a good strong link right there. And there's probably a goalkeeper for Leon that you could pick up as well that would be fairly cheap. Didn't Anthony Lopez get a downgrade or something? I'm not 100% sure, but if that's the case, maybe you could pick him up for cheap. So I think my favorite squad here, where was it? My favorite squad is this one right here. I can see what you can do with this team. Obviously, it's just going to cost a lot. But guys, that right there is going to be the end of the video. I know we've talked for 20 minutes. We've gone through some of the best starter teams, or some of your guys' starter teams from FIFA 21 Ultimate Team. Any videos that you see going forwards from me won't be just like on FootWiz and stuff. They'll be in-game stuff. So yeah, apologies that's what this is today. But hey, you know, the game just isn't here yet. So I'm trying to give you a video and build you up for the road to glory in just a few days. Please hit me with a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more content. FIFA 21. It's so close, I can almost taste it. Have a great day, everyone. Take it easy, stay safe and healthy, and I'll catch you tomorrow with a new video. Peace.